Joining me in the Room podcast to talk about his next amateur featherweight fight happening at Cage Titans 55, August 27th, is Jake Caskey. What's up, my friend?
Yes, sir. How we doing, Steve?
I'm doing great, man. It's been a little minute, man, since we talked. Last fight back in November 2021. Got your first win, bro. Man, it's been a while. What's been going on all these months since that win?
Oh, man. Yeah, it has been a while, huh? Lots been going on. So yeah, last time we chatted, I think it was before that Phil Locino fight at Cage Titans that I had. Got the win there. We never talked after the fight. I was pretty pissed with my performance after that one, you know. And that stemmed from I know what I'm capable of bringing into the cage, you know what I mean? And I did not feel like I gave myself a good showing there. Kind of like my teammate, Billy Gaff, you know? He just had the same things to say after his Contender Series fight. So, you know, that was a good win. It was good to get in the win column and eliminate that 0. But, yeah, I felt I had a lot to work on there. Problem was I broke my thumb in that fight. I think it was in the beginning of the 3rd round there. I threw a lead hook, and he leaned out of range, and I rotated down and straight thumbed ahead. So I broke my thumb, and then what followed was, you know, a bunch of stupidity, maybe a little bit of medical malpractice. So I broke it. I went and got it evaluated. The first doctor that I saw, you know, I told it, he was like, hey, it's a clean break, you know, it shouldn't be too hard of a healing process. And so I was like, hey, if I can avoid a cast, I do not want a cast. Like, had them before, just a pain in the ass having a cast on the hand. And he told me, you know, like I said, partly stupidity, partly maybe some malpractice, but yeah, he told me I was good to go with no cast. Well, somewhere through the healing process, that bone shifted and thumb got displaced. So I ended up, you know, 6 weeks after I broke the thing, had to go in and get surgery, got it reevaluated, and this doctor was like, dude, this should have been surgery and hardware from the get-go. So that was around February I had the surgery and got back training, you know, after a few months after that, and it just been working in the dark ever since, man. Just grinding, getting it back to full health.
Excellent.
I think that's where we left off.
Excellent. Well, as far as, you know, ready to get back in the cage, how long have you been ready? And, you know, is this the first matchup and the first card that's been offered to you? Or were you ready to fight previously?
So I really wanted to get on that June or July, the beginning of July, that reality card at the casino. I really wanted to be on that card, but I wasn't medically cleared until about a week and a half, 2 weeks before that event. So like I wasn't really training full bore with the thumb, and it was still giving me problems. You know, I could have taken a fight on that card. It wouldn't have been the smartest choice for my thumb, and just I wasn't in shape. I wasn't there yet. But yeah, man, I'm itching and ready to go. I have been chomping at the bit to get anybody to try and fight me since I got cleared. So,
Well, dude, you got a great opponent in Mike Antidormi here. 2 wins in 2022. He, I believe, was on that reality card that you actually wanted to fight on. He came away with a second or third round finish in there. And then he fought for Cage Titans on their last card. And he had a dominant, 3-round fight there. Couldn't have put away this opponent. But, man, he showed a lot of ground game, a lot of grit. Man, what are you thinking about this matchup, and how fired up are you get to go against a kid that's really going to grind in there with you?
Oh, man, I specifically asked for this one. I saw his performance at Cage Titans, and immediately, you know, texted Dexter, was like, that's the fight I want. That's the one. You know, he's a good fighter. I'll give him that. He's good on the ground. He's got some good striking from what I've seen. But, I mean, inside that cage, I just don't think there's a realm of the game that he's better at than me. And you know, your amateur career is supposed to be filled with tough fights. Like, you're supposed to fight dudes that are gonna challenge you. It's fucking amateurs, dude. I mean, if you're serious about it and you're gonna go pro, your record resets when you go pro. So you got guys out here ducking fights. I can't even tell you how many guys have said no to me, how many times I was trying to get a fight and shit fell through. I mean, I wasn't even supposed to fight Antidormi. I was supposed to fight this Julian Connerton kid. And, you know, he accepted this fight 4 weeks ago. I get a text yesterday, you know, or I get to practice and Dexter tells me, you know, he got a text from Pulver saying, oh, Connerton's out. His coach has said he's not going to be ready. Like, dude, what does that fucking mean? You're an amateur. You're not going to be ready. There's supposed to be parts of your game that are lacking. That's why you're fighting as an amateur. So, I mean, Julie, you and your camp, you guys are a bunch of either cowards or idiots. I don't know which one it is, but, like, dude, it's crazy. And it's all over. You got another one. You got Brett Casey. That kid. Everybody's heard of Brett Casey because he's fucking come on to the scene. He starts running his mouth. I heard he was, like, online running his fucking mouth about me when those rankings came out. So we went to Mike Pulver. We said, that's the one. Let's take him, you know? This was before the Connerton ones booked. We're like, all right, let's take him. Nope. They give him the offer. He says no after running his fucking mouth. So it's like, guys, it's ridiculous, dude. Like, you guys got to take tough fights, and you're out here trying to fucking pad your records fighting turds. I know I'm not a turd. I know why you don't want to fight me. That's not the point. Like, grow up, be a man. Fucking don't just be a wannabe tough guy. Like, if you want to be about it, be about it. So.
Well, you know, one thing that's really coincidental in here and is the way you talk. Mike Antidormi's coach in Dan Dubuque, who you know, mentioned the same thing. Mike couldn't get fights early on because no one wanted to fight him. Fighters were pulling out. So, you know, his coach was kind of the same thing. You got amateur fights here. Man, this is a learning experience. Just take them and get that cage time. So, man.
Well, Antidormi is another one. Before that point gets lost, Antidormi tried to duck me for this fight originally too. So him and his camp saying, "Oh, all the featherweights in New England, they don't want to fight. They're fucking pussies." Like, I asked for that Antidormi fight first. He said no. He said they wouldn't fight me unless it was at 140. Bro, like, you're calling out featherweights. Well, here's a real featherweight that's calling you out, saying he's willing to fight you, and they initially said no. So I was prepared to come on here and run my mouth about him too. But no, thank God, somewhere along the line he found the courage to say yes. I mean, I think it might have been Mike Pulver pulling some strings too. That's a good promoter right there. He puts on fights, man.
Definitely. And this is going to be at 145 amateur featherweight fight, correct?
Yeah, this
right.
This is going to be at 145. Fuck that, dude. I'm a featherweight. If you want to fight me, we're going to fight at my weight.
There you go, bro.
If you want to go down to bantamweight, go down to bantamweight. But don't run your mouth about the featherweight division because I'm here, and I'm saying yes to everybody.
Well, there you go, man. Well, as far as getting ready for this fight, you spoke about Billy Gaff going to the Contender Series. You've been ready to fight. You've been in camp for at least 3 weeks because you knew Julian was coming. Man, how's the training been with Billy, and what's going on in that gym, man? You're starting to develop some real good, real great fighters coming out of there. What's going on in there?
Man, you guys know about us. We're dogs, dude. We're grinding. No, like I said, man, we've been working silently in the dark. I mean, Billy's blowing up in the spotlight. He had his back-to-back CES fights, and I've Billy's like one of my main practice partners for everything. You know, I was his main partner for that Contender Series camp, and I can't even speak to like the magnitude that has had on my fight game. You know, getting to work with somebody like Billy every day and getting to have, you know, Austin Shala in there, Randy Francis, and and to have all these partners and to be coached by Dexter, I mean, dude, it is a perfect storm. And it's been awesome, dude. I'm so fucking proud of Billy. He's worked his ass off. We've, all the extra workouts that we put in together, like we've been grinding for this, and so it's awesome to see it all coming together, man. It's beautiful.
Well, as far as fight night, well, he's getting you ready now. So as far as fight night, will he be in your corner or will he be on the side just cheering you on?
Oh, man, Billy, you're going to fucking hate me when you watch this. He's supposed to be in my corner, but what'd he do? Kid goes and books a vacation to Puerto Rico. He gets his UFC money, right? And he thinks he thinks he can just take off whatever he wants. No, he messed up the dates and he booked a Puerto Rico vacation. So he won't be there that night, but he's there in spirit.
Oh, dude.
He's gonna be giving me pep talks on the phone in the back, trying to settle everything down. So he'll be there.
He's a good dude, man. He'll be watching the stream, and he'll definitely be calling you in the back room. He called me on my live podcast when he was in between getting a contract on the show. That's how.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Billy's an incredible.
That speaks to you, man. That speaks to you as an interviewer, as a podcaster. Like, you do a great job, man. And us fighters, we want to talk to you. We want to chat some shit and get on your show. So
I appreciate it, man.
That's on you as well.
Door's always open, bro. So, dude, as far as this fight, man, what do we expect to see from you? You've been off not almost 9 months till this fight happens, man. What are we gonna expect to see you after that first win back in November?
Man, you're going to see a more complete package. I know fighters say that every time, but, I saw Joe Giannetti say recently, that he's a very emotional fighter, that he brings emotion into that cage in order to fight at a certain level. And I resonate with that a lot, man. Like, I'm an emotional fighter. I used to walk around wrestling tournaments and I'd see a guy and convince myself that, like, stupid shit, like, oh, he was looking at your girlfriend's ass as she walked by, and that was enough. Like, I'm in there. I'm ready to hurt you now. So this time around, I'm trying to remove some of that emotion and come in a bit calmer, come in more composed. A lot of mental work has been going on behind the scenes, and I think that's really going to show itself in my cage presence, my ability to manage the fight and all that comes with it. And not for nothing, I train with fucking Billy Gaff every day, so my striking is moving leaps and bounds. So
excellent, my man.
My hands are feeling heavy. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Awesome, bro. Well, I know you're hungry to get in there, man. Last question before I let you go. How busy are you looking to stay? You're an amateur. You're trying to take as many fights. How busy are you looking to stay? And will you travel to take an Ami fight somewhere else?
Oh, I would love to, man. I want to. The goal is, after this one, either 2 or 3 more, and then we're going pro. I'm hoping that the pro debut comes early next year. Like, we've got this one in August 27th. I would love to get one, either for Cage Titans or any other promotions. Like I said, I'm willing to travel. I'm willing to fight anywhere. But get 2 more before the year ends. Get a January reality date maybe, and then go pro after that, man. Because I'm telling you, these elbows, they're coming. They are fucking coming. It's gonna change my game. These guys think that the wrestling pressure is bad now. Wait until you're coupling that with elbows in your face. I mean, I'm itching to go pro. That's my only regret about, like, this Antidormi fight is, like, I wish it was pro because I'd be putting elbows in his teeth, dude.
Well, dude, man, we're excited to see this fight. We got 2 up-and-coming featherweights, really, really high-level gyms. Dan Dubuque, who is actually, I saw an announcement today. That kid's fighting for a CES title, coming out of the woodwork after like 3 years off. So I'm sure he's training hard with Ant. Just like
they're a great camp, dude. They really are. They're a great gym. that's why I'm excited about this fight. It's going to be good. I mean, he's good on the ground. He's got, extensive jiu-jitsu background. Great, great striking, great Muay Thai school. So it's going to be a fun one.
Excellent.
This is one that fight fans love.
Two
You get two guys that are allegedly grapplers. They're going to go in and just slang it out.
Yep. And two boys coming from Connecticut fighting in Massachusetts. So there's some bragging rights. There's some bragging rights, bro.
Hey, Cage Titans loves me, dude. Plymouth, I might move in. I might buy a beach home. That's my people, dude.
Awesome, my man. With that said, bro, shout outs, thank yous, sponsors, social media. Let it all out there, man. You got 3 weeks before this fight happens. A lot to go on, man.
Yeah. Obviously, again, shout out to all the guys at the Rough House. I can't thank Billy enough for what he's done. We live together now, so he's fucking right on the other side of the wall. But nah, man, he's been huge for my fight career. Austin Chawla, again, Randy, Steve Piles. Steve will be fighting on this card with me. All these guys, man, they're part of the recipe. Dexter as well. Just all the support from everybody. I get a lot of love from people all over. I've got the wrestling coaching that I'm in, so I meet a lot of connections that way, and it's too many people to thank, but just know that it's a lot that goes into it, and it's not overlooked. I love all you guys.
Excellent.
No sponsors, because I'm a lazy bastard. I'm not worried about that yet, man. I'll get paid when I go pro. I'm worried about fucking fighting right now. So
Excellent.
We'll get there.
Definitely.
Social media,
yep.
Jake Caskey, Jake_Caskey. Follow me on Instagram. Me and Lily Gaff, we're about to put out some fucking vlogs. You guys might get some behind the scenes content, get a look in the kitchen. So yeah, man, a lot of good stuff coming down the pipe. I'm excited.
Excellent, man. Well, glad to have you back in the cage, bro. It's been a while. Man, anyone from the Dexter gym, man, is cool with me. I love you guys, man. You always bring it. And Dex is making an army over there, man, and it's great to see, bro. So with that said, man, Jake, thank you so much for coming on. We'll see you in like 3 weeks, man, with this great matchup.
Yes, sir. It's going to be fun.
All right.